Hi Cancer, this is your June 2nd through the 8th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love entering your life. Spread number 2 is for those of you who are already in a relationship or married. In the third spread, we'll see if anybody wants to get back together with you. After that, in spread number 4, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And the 5th spread will be what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is on new love this week, Cancer. We have the 5 of Swords clarified by the 5 of Wands. Then we have the King of Wands. We also have the Fool clarified by the 6 of Wands. In the potential outcome, we have the 3 of Wands with the Knight of Cups and the 2 of Cups. And then we also have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yes, you're most likely dealing with a fire sign. Cancer, right? The King of Wands, the third card from the left, that's the person. So yeah, probably a fire sign or somebody with some major fire placements in their chart. If they happen to be not a fire sign, they could just be somebody who is like a leader, a natural leader, somebody who's got initiative, somebody who is like a boss figure, you know, someone like this. What's interesting about this reading is it starts with the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands clarifying it. Two very, very similar cards. Both cards are cards of conflict, drama, you know, getting into a major fight and going your separate ways. All right? So there's multiple scenarios as to how those two cards could play out. Perhaps one of the scenarios obviously would be this King of Wands leaving somebody behind, so they could be with you. Or another scenario would be you're leaving somebody behind, so you could be with this King of Wands. I'm not here to judge. It's just one of the scenarios, right? Maybe you have like a rogue advisor, a friend or family member who's going to be advising you not to get involved with this King of Wands, and you're going to put this person, you're not going to listen to that person. And as a matter of fact, you may shut that person down, block them, and you're still moving with this King of Wands. For others of you, you may have multiple people, multiple suitors competing for your full and undivided attention. And if that's the case, then the King of Wands is the winner. This King of Wands is the one you're going to be moving forward with. If you're dealing with two people, the King of Wands is the one you will most likely be choosing. All right? So perhaps, maybe for very, very few of you, the two of you could get on the wrong foot. Yeah, that happens too. You'll be surprised. Perhaps both of you have very strong personalities, and the strong personalities sometimes collide, but then when people go back to their corners, they realize that it was a mistake. And maybe this person will reach out to you and tell you, you know what, we got off on the wrong foot, but instead of fighting one another, why don't we join forces and conquer the world together, or something like this. So it's definitely possible, right? Whatever the case, right? In the middle we have the Fool clarified by the 6 of Wands, and we also have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. Going for it, just going for it. Though the Fool is a card of liberation for some of you. Perhaps you're liberating yourself from that rogue advisor. You're liberating yourself from an ex, a toxic ex, or whoever, right? The Fool is also a card of taking a leap of faith, taking a risk, just going for it. For some of you, the Fool is a breath of fresh air. Okay, the 6 of Wands clarifying the Fool, it's a victory, right? So maybe, again, if you're dealing with two people, this King of Wands is winning, right? The 6 of Wands is also a card of attention. So yeah, like I said earlier, like I mentioned earlier, you're definitely in a sign of attention when it comes to this King of Wands, right? And the Wheel of Fortune, it could be like a very fortunate turnaround for some of you. It's a start of a new cycle card. That's what it is. It's a major arcana card. It's a great major arcana card, if you ask me. Okay, and from this point on, it's just going to be smooth sailing. Okay, there's definitely some turbulence with the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands in the beginning, but once all of this is sorted out, then it's just smooth sailing from that point on. In the potential outcome, we have the 3 of Wands with the 9 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. There you go. There you go. The 3 of Wands is all about, somebody who made up their mind, somebody who made a decision. The 3 of Wands is a card of waiting after a decision has been made. It's a card of like planning the future, looking ahead, looking into the future. Alright, it's a great card. The Nine of Cups in the middle is a card of a wish come true and satisfaction. It's a card of a wish come true. And the very last that came out is the Two of Cups, right? The soulmate, one of the soulmate cards in the deck. It's a card of when two people are on the same page, both people feel the same way towards one another, and hopefully both people in love with one another. Yeah, so there you go. Interesting reading. Yeah, again, starts with some kind of a turbulence, but then once all of that is done, is dealt with, you guys are together. All right, really happy for you, Cancer. Congratulations. If you are already in a relationship or married, Cancer, the spread is for you. We have the King of Swords clarified by the Six of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I got to be honest with Cancer, it's a very specific reading. The prerequisite is you have this King of Swords in your life. It could be your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, significant other. It could be a relative, a friend, a neighbor, somebody you work with. But yeah, one of those, right? So the King of Swords was actually the very, very first card that came out. So it must be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So they may have a lot of air placements in their chart. Or it could be maybe somebody who's like very serious, very intelligent, like a lawyer, a doctor, somebody who wears uniform for work, right? If this person is a Gemini, maybe it's their birthday, okay? Because we're in the middle of a Gemini birthday season. But what's interesting about this reading is that we have two marriage, two family cards, or two cards that could potentially be associated with like a massive family-oriented celebration, right? Those two cards are the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands at the end of this reading. Okay, so the Eight of Wands, right next to the King of Swords, is a card of travel or communication, right? Or both, communication and travel. It's also the Cupid's arrows card, so keep that in mind. The King of Swords themselves is clarified by the Six of Pentacles. It is a card of equal give and take. It's also a card of generosity. All right, let me know who this King of Swords is to you, if it's not too personal, not too private. I'm just curious, because, you know, there's definitely family. Somehow, not necessarily your family, maybe somebody else's family, with the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands. Maybe you're going somewhere to like a wedding, or an engagement party, housewarming party, or maybe it's like a family reunion, something like that. All right? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Cancer, this week. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent next. We have the King of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Wands, clarified by the Knight of Swords. And we also have the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fellow water sign, another Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So this is the third spread of this reading. And in every single spread so far, you had a king, a different king, right? In the first one, you had the King of Wands, and the second one, you had the King of Swords, and now we have the King of Cups. For some of you, it's you, Cancer. And if you feel like reconciling with somebody, I have bad news, I guess. They're not going to take you back, right? But for most of you, it's somebody coming back from the past for you, Cancer. So most likely a fellow water sign. And I don't think you're going to take them back. Something is telling me you're not taking them back, and by something I mean those two cards right next to the deck, the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Swords. These are not welcoming cards. These are cards of somebody who even gets upset, right? So I think you're going to get a little bit of, maybe not even a little, upset with this King of Cups when they show back up. All right? Yeah. So don't waste your time, but yeah, you could definitely get triggered by this person. They must have done something really, really awful. If your reaction is the Seven of Wands with the Knight of Swords. And you know what, they're going to tell you a really sobby story. Oh, I've been crying myself to sleep every night. And I think that's going to piss you off even more. You know, but again, don't waste your time, don't waste your energy on this person. All right? Cool. Let's talk about your work, the business, and your finances, Cancer, this week. We have the Sun, the Ace of Swords, the Page of Pentacles clarified by the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Leo. It's a good spread. It's a good spread. Right? What's interesting about this reading is that both the Sun and the Ace of Swords could be interpreted as cards of clarity. Clarity. The Sun is also a Leo major arcana card, right? Leo season is, 2.5, 3 months away, right? So maybe by Leo season, you'll get something like a promotion or what have you, right? But yeah, the Sun and the Ace of Swords are clarity cards. The Sun, besides that, is the happiest card in the deck. Happiest card in the deck, right? The Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck. It is a card of a burden, a lot of responsibilities. It's a card of it's a card of struggle, right? And at the end, we have the Page of Pentacles clarified by the Three of Pentacles. So let me throw in some scenarios as to what could be happening. Again, for some of you, you could be promised a full-time job, but perhaps they're just going to put you on probation for now if it's like a new job. And maybe by Leo season again, you'll be confirmed as a permanent employee or something like that. For others of you, perhaps you have been working a lot over some kind of a period of time, and maybe this week they will acknowledge it, and maybe they will promote you, or they will give you more money or something like that. Perhaps for others of you, if you've been working really hard, they will hire an additional person to help you. Or perhaps they will ask you to assume some additional responsibilities, but you will also get additional compensation on top of it, right? You could be getting a new job this week. There's something good is coming out of it. Even though we have that Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck, the struggle, the burden card, additional responsibility cards, it's still good for you. At some point, it will convert into something positive, something beneficial for you, Cancer, right? The Page of Pentacles with the Three of Pentacles, yeah, it's either a new job or promotion or something good. The Page of Pentacles could be paperwork, it could be some money, right? Overtime or something like or something along those lines associated with work. If you've been struggling, then let them know. If you've been overworked, let them know, but be professional about it. All right? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Cancer. We have a whole bunch of queens. We have the Queen of Wands clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Swords clarified by the Fool, and we also have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. It feels like a girls' night out. You know, well, these must be girls, right? These are all queens, right? It's a girls' night out. Maybe it's a Gemini's birthday party, and it could be like a surprise birthday party, because we have this Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Again, we're in the middle of a Gemini season. Maybe that's what this all about, right? The Queen of Wands is also here. The Queen of Pentacles is here. And I assume you're also participating. The Nine of Cups is a card of a wish come true. In some tarot decks, in the Nine of Cups, people are standing around and socializing. In some other tarot decks, in the Nine of Cups, people are sitting around the table, enjoying a meal and also having a good time. All right, the Fool, clarifying the Queen of Swords, is a card of maybe being spontaneous or trying something new, right? And the Queen of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, maybe money. The Knight of Pentacles could be about them footing the bill or something like that. Alright, so that's what I have for you, Cancer, for this reading, for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also comment and subscribe. And other than that, Cancer, have an amazing week.